Um, See, for example, Daniel cell, Zn solid, Zn2 plus aqueous, Cu2 plus aqueous, Cu solid. So this is Daniel cell representation. So it is not a standard cell, for example, or if it is 1 molar, then it is a standard electrochemical cell, Daniel cell. So we know E naught of Zn2 plus to Zn is minus 0.76 volts. E naught of Cu2 plus to Cu is plus 0.34 volts. So reaction is Zn solid, Cu2 plus aqueous, Cu solid, Zn2 plus aqueous. Yes. So at anode, zinc undergoes oxidation, and at cathode, Cu2 plus undergoes reduction. So as zinc is dissolving and Zn2 plus ions are formed in the solution, Zn2 plus concentration increases. As Cu2 plus ions reduce as copper, again Cu2 plus concentration in the cathode compartment decreases. So as the concentration of Zn2 plus ions, Cu2 plus ions changes, EMF of the cell also will change. Is it not? See, as zinc undergoes oxidation, E of Zn2 plus to Zn value increases. As Cu2 plus ions reduce as Cu, this is Cu2 plus to Cu decreases. Now, see, for example, during the reaction, so that means progress of the reaction progress. Now, this is electrode potential. So, initially, reduction of cell potential is maximum, and with a decrease in concentration or with a change in concentration, reduction of reduction of cell, reduction of cell. So potential of reduction of cell decreases, and electrode potential of oxidation of cell increases. So at this stage, reaction reaches to equilibrium state. So here, potential of reduction of cell, potential of oxidation of cell, both are same. So whenever the potential of reduction of cell and the potential of oxidation of cell becomes equal, then reaction in the electrochemical cell reaches to equilibrium state. So once again, during the progress of the reaction, reduction of cell potential value decreases. Potential of oxidation of cell increases. At one stage, the potentials of reduction of cell and oxidation of cell become equal. So whenever these potentials are equal, then the reaction in the electrochemical cell attains equilibrium state. So therefore, at equilibrium state, see, already you know E cell is equal to 0 and change in Gibbs energy is 0, right? Now, what about Nernst equation? Nernst equation is E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by N, number of electrons involved in the reaction. Then here logarithm of active masses of products, product of active masses of products by product of active masses of reactants. So this is Nernst equation, right? E cell equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by N log product of active masses of products by product of active masses of reactants. Now at equilibrium state, what is this ratio called? Product of active masses of products to product of active masses of reactants is nothing but equilibrium constant according to law of mass action. So E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by N log K equilibrium. E cell is equal to 0. So therefore, E naught cell is equal to 0.0591 by N log K equilibrium. So therefore, log K equilibrium is equal to N into E naught cell by 0.0591. Or K equilibrium is equal to 10 power N into E naught cell by 0.0591. So just I took example Daniell cell. This is Daniell cell. E naught values, we know that zinc electrode potential value minus 0.76 volts plus 0.34 volts. As zinc is dissolving, Zn2 plus ion concentration increases. Therefore, electrode potential value changes. So as Cu2 plus ions are reducing, Cu2 plus ion concentration decreases, and according to that, electrode potential value changes. So in case of this is oxidation half cell, this is reduction half cell. So oxidation half cell value increases during the reaction, and similarly potential of reduction half cell decreases. So this is electrode potential on y-axis and progress of the reaction on x-axis. So as reaction proceeds, the electrode potential of reduction half cell decreases and electrode potential of oxidation half cell increases. At one stage, the potential values become equal. At that stage, no reaction will take place. So that means the reaction attains equilibrium state. Cell does not work. E cell value is 0. Already you know, whenever a reaction is in equilibrium state, delta G value is 0. Now this is Nernst equation. E cell equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 by N log concentration of products by concentration of reactants. Actually, it is product of active masses of products by product of active masses of reactants. Whenever the reaction is in equilibrium state, whenever the reaction attains equilibrium state, this ratio is equal to equilibrium constant that we studied in law of mass action. So, at equilibrium state, E cell is 0. Therefore, E naught cell equal to 0.0591 by N log K equilibrium. This is the relationship between equilibrium constant and EMF of the standard cell. So this is one of the important application of Nernst equation. In previous lecture, we determined the electrode potential values of all the electrodes are determined with respect to either standard hydrogen electrode or normal hydrogen electrode. Say whatever the values given in the NCERT textbook or any other guide. So those values are obtained with respect to standard hydrogen electrode. The problem with the standard hydrogen electrode is always we have to keep pressure exerted by the hydrogen gas as 1 atmosphere, and moreover it is gaseous electrode. Nowadays we are using calomel electrode. Calomel electrode. Calomel is a common name of mercurous chloride, Hg2Cl2. It is called calomel. Calomel electrode, mercury is in contact with, or it is in contact with mercurous chloride solid, and generally we use potassium chloride solution as electrolyte. This is electrolyte. Mercury is in contact with Hg2Cl2 solid, and that is in contact with the potassium chloride solution. So it is a type of metal insoluble salt, anion half cell. Metal insoluble salt, anion half cell. Metal insoluble salt. This is sparingly soluble salt, mercurous chloride. Anion. What is the anion present in Hg2Cl2? Cl minus. So therefore, we took chloride salt. It is a strong electrolyte. It must be a strong electrolyte. So it comes under metal insoluble salt, anion half cell. So see, the simple construction of calomel electrode consists of a glass tube. Now here mercury is placed at the bottom. Mercury is placed at the bottom, and it is covered with Hg2Cl2 salt, Hg2Cl2. Hg2Cl2 solid, mercury liquid, Hg2Cl2 solid, and it is filled with KCl solution. KCl solution, generally if it is standard, it is 1 molar concentration. So here mercury liquid is covered with mercurous chloride solid, and after that potassium chloride solution is taken. And there is one more outlet here to, because whenever it is used as electrode, we should connect to salt bridge, right? Salt bridge, and a platinum wire is dipped in it. A platinum wire is dipped in it. So now, see, first mercury liquid is taken and it is covered with mercurous chloride solid. Then it is filled with 1 molar concentration KCl solution, and then a platinum wire is dipped in it. It acts as a medium. So this is calomel electrode. See, this is also a reversible half cell. It is also reversible half cell. Now it is represented as like this: E naught Cl minus or you can write platinum also first. Platinum solid Cl minus 1 molar concentration KCl, that is Cl minus we wrote Hg2Cl2 solid and mercury liquid. So this is the representation of calomel electrode. Platinum is the medium, Cl minus electrolyte, or you can write KCl 1 molar also. Hg2Cl2, mercury oxidation state is +1. Here mercury oxidation state is 0. +1 to 0 means oxidation state decreases. So this is reduction potential, that is nothing but electrode potential. 1 molar concentration, 25 degrees Celsius, 1 atmosphere pressure. Then it is standard half cell, and its electrode potential value is 0.268 volts. Calomel electrode potential value is 0.268 volts. Nowadays, calomel electrode is using as a reference electrode. A reference electrode. Okay. Now, this is also reversible half cell. For example, if it is acting as anode half cell, so reaction at anode, oxidation, so mercury liquid, actually this is the reaction, Hg plus, right? But Hg plus ions do not exist, so that is why Hg2Cl2. Okay, now to balance the equation, here Hg liquid plus 2Cl minus gives rise to Hg2Cl2 solid plus 2 electrons. This is aqueous. So this is the reaction at anode. See, atoms are not balanced, therefore add 2 here. Now 2 mercury atoms, two chlorines, two chlorines, two minus charge, two minus charge. Atoms are balanced, charges are also balanced. So if calomel electrode acts as anode, this is the reaction at electrode. Now, if it acts as cathode, then reaction at cathode is Hg2Cl2 solid plus 2 electrons gives rise to 2Hg liquid plus 2Cl minus aqueous. So remember that calomel electrode potential value depends on Cl minus concentration. If you change Cl minus concentration, then electrode potential value changes. You remember that. So this is the reaction at anode, this is the reaction at cathode. If concentration of Cl minus is 1 molar, then it is 0.268 volts. Suppose if you want to change the electrode potential value, you have to take different concentrations of Cl minus, because active mass of Hg2Cl2 is 1, active mass of Hg liquid is 1. Active masses of both these are 1 only. So therefore electrode potential of calomel electrode depends only on concentration of Cl minus ions in the solution. So this is calomel electrode. It is now reference electrode. Okay. Next half cell is twin hydron electrode. Twin hydron electrode. Twin hydron electrode is a redox half cell. See, in the previous lecture, we studied types of half cells. In types of half cells, fourth half cell we studied, that is redox half cell. When metal atom or non-metal atom are present in two different oxidation states, then the half cell is said to be redox half cell. Is it not? So it is a type of redox half cell. See, here twin hydron electrode is prepared by mixing of benzoquinone and hydroquinone in 1:1 mole ratio. Platinum is used as a medium for flow of electrons. See, this is benzoquinone. And this is hydroquinone. Two hydrogen atoms are added to oxygen atoms. Generally, this is represented by Q, benzoquinone. It is represented by H2Q, hydroquinone. So that is why it is called twin hydron electrode. Now, this is also a reversible half cell. Reversible half cell. It is represented by E0 platinum solid H plus ion concentration or H plus ions as electrolyte, then Q to H2Q. So you can represent like this. Now, if this electrode acts as anode, then reaction at anode, it is oxidation of reaction. So therefore, H2Q gives rise to Q plus 2H plus 2 electrons. This is the reaction at anode. You can represent like this also. OH gives rise to benzoquinone. Sorry, this is benzoquinone. Okay. Next, can also act as cathode. If it acts as cathode, the reaction at cathode is reverse it. Benzoquinone, reduction of reaction. So H plus ions are present in the medium. So therefore, electrode potential of kin hydron electrode depends on H plus ion concentration. See, okay. Now, this is reaction at anode, reaction at cathode, reversible half cell. So, standard electrode potential of twin hydron electrode is 0.6994 volts, or you can write 0.7 volts. All these are not given in the textbook, but important for entrance exam. And one more important point is, we cannot use this electrode if pH of the solution is greater than 8. Because when pH of the solution is greater than 8, solution is alkaline. Therefore, H2Q exists as ion. So that means it loses 2H plus ions and exists as Q2 minus. So that is why we cannot use this electrode if pH of the solution is greater than 8. Now, we are going to deduce an important relationship between solubility product and for given metal insoluble salt anion half cell. Metal insoluble salt anion half cell. This we discussed in types of half cells, right? Metal ion half cell, non-metal ion half cell, metal insoluble salt anion half cell, redox half cell. We discussed in the previous lecture. Now, metal insoluble salt anion half cell. Say for example, this is wire of silver wire, and it is coated with AgCl solid, coated with AgCl solid, coated with AgCl solid, and anion is Cl minus, cation is Ag plus, is it not? So what is the anion? Cl minus. So therefore we have to take this wire which is coated with AgCl in a solution of Cl minus, in a solution of Cl minus, whether it is NaCl, potassium chloride, sodium chloride, whatever it may be, cesium chloride. So this is said to be metal insoluble salt anion of cell. For this electrode, reaction is electrodic reaction. Electrodic reaction or reaction at the electrode. Reaction at electrode. Reaction at electrode. What is the reaction at electrode? Reduction of reaction we have to write, right? AgCl gives rise to Ag plus Cl minus because there is no Ag plus ions. So therefore, AgCl plus electron gives rise to Ag plus Cl minus. AgCl solid is active mass is 1. Silver solid active mass is 1. Therefore, electrode potential of this electrode depends only on the concentration of Cl minus ions in the solution. Is it not? So therefore, according to Nernst equation, E naught AgCl solid, Ag solid, Cl minus aqueous, platinum electrode. Here no need of platinum, right? So simply like this we can represent is equal to E naught of AgCl solid, Ag solid, Cl minus concentration, aqueous, you can also write like this, minus 0.0591 by number of electrons involved is 1 for this electrode, log active mass of these two is 1. So therefore, Cl minus concentration. So E is equal to E naught minus 0.059 by number of electrons involved log concentration of products by concentration of reactant. So active mass of silver and silver chloride is 1, so that is why I didn't take in the Nernst equation, right? See, what is the reaction actually? What is the reaction actually? Ag plus 1 here, AgCl, in AgCl, oxidation state of silver is plus 1 to 0. So Ag plus electron gives rise to Ag. So actually this is the overall reaction. Okay, this is overall reaction. Now for this reaction, Nernst equation is Ag plus 2 Ag is equal to E naught Ag plus 2 Ag minus 0.0591 by 1 because number of electrons involved is 1 log silver solid active mass is 1. So therefore 1 by Ag plus ion concentration. So this is electrode potential of metal ion electrode. This is electrode potential of metal insoluble salt anion half cell. Right? Now, for example, here two half cells are there. Let us assume two half cells. One is Ag2, Ag plus 2 Ag. You can represent like this. Silver is in contact with Ag plus ions, or Ag plus ions are there with contact with the silver. So silver half cell. It is connected to this metal insoluble salt anion half cell. AgCl solid, Cl minus aqueous. So let us suppose that in both the half cells, Ag plus ion concentration is same. So that means these electrode potential values are same. Electrode potential values are same. Electrode potential values are same. So if electrode potential values are same, then reaction in electrochemical cell attains equilibrium state, right? Let us suppose that these two electrodes are connected together. Two electrodes are connected together. Let us suppose that at one stage, the electrode potentials of these two electrodes are same. Reaction in the cell attains equilibrium state. Reaction in the cell attains equilibrium state. Okay. If reaction in the cell attains equilibrium state, so here these two values are same. Or in other words, in mathematics, what you say, this is equation 1 and equation 2. So therefore, left hand sides are same. Therefore, right hand sides are same. So, therefore, you can write it as E naught AgCl solid, AgCl minus aqueous, minus 0.0591 by 1 log concentration of Cl minus is equal to E naught of Ag plus 2 Ag minus 0.0591 by 1 by log 1 by Ag plus ion concentration. So therefore, E naught of AgCl solid, AgCl minus aqueous is equal to E naught of Ag plus 2 Ag minus 0.0591 by 1 log 1 by Ag plus concentration plus 0.0591 by 1 log concentration of Cl minus. So again, this can be written as E naught AgCl solid to AgCl minus aqueous is E naught Ag plus 2 Ag plus 0.0591 by 1 log Cl minus concentration into Ag plus concentration. Is it not? See, Ag plus concentration plus Cl minus concentration gives rise to AgCl. Or you can write in other words, reverse way. AgCl solid gives rise to Ag plus plus Cl minus. Now for this equilibrium constant is called solubility product because it is a sparingly soluble salt. So it is equal to Ag plus concentration into Cl minus concentration by active mass of AgCl solid is 1. So therefore concentration of Ag plus ions into concentration of Cl minus is solubility product. So therefore E naught of AgCl solid to Ag Cl minus aqueous is equal to E naught of Ag plus to Ag plus 0.0591. Number of electrons involved is 1. So instead of Ag plus ion concentration into Cl minus concentration, you can write it as solubility product. This is one more important application of Nernst equation. So if electrode potential, standard electrode potentials of these two electrodes are known, you can calculate solubility product. Or if solubility product is known, you can calculate metal insoluble salt, metal insoluble salt anion half cell. So this is one of the important application of Nernst equation. This is very new topic for +2 students because you are familiar with the complex compounds but not familiar with the properties of complex compounds. That will come in coordination chemistry, which we will study later. Now, just to recall, to explain this concept, so just recall salt analysis practicals, particularly chloride ion confirmatory test. How did you confirm Cl minus ions in the laboratory? What is the test you performed in the lab? That is, to the salt solution, AgNO3 solution is added, then it is readily soluble in ammonia solution. That you studied and you did in the salt analysis, right? See, first Cl minus. So these are the ions present in the salt. So salt solution has Cl minus ions. Right? Salt solution, Cl minus ions are present in the solution. Right? Now to this AgNO3 solution is added. A white precipitate is formed. A white precipitate is formed in the solution. This you studied, right? And this is readily soluble. Readily soluble in ammonia solution. See, silver chloride is sparingly soluble salt in the pure water, but it readily dissolves in ammonia solution due to formation of a complex compound. See, AgCl solid, NH4OH, aqueous, ammonia solution. Ammonia is in aqueous solution. Ammonia is in the water. Then AgNH3 taken twice, Cl plus 2H2O. So here you will get a clear solution because it is also present in the solution. This is water. So due to the formation of complex, okay, AgCl is readily soluble in ammonia because whatever be the compound formed due to mixing of these two, we will get this compound. This compound is readily soluble in water. That is why this compound is formed in the solution. Actually, AgNH3 taken twice, Cl. In the solution, it is in the form of ions like this. AgNH3 taken twice plus ion plus Cl minus. So it ionizes like this. One is coordination ion or ion with coordination sphere. This is called coordination sphere. Don't worry about the terms. Plus ion and Cl minus ion. So this is complex ion. Complex ion. So this is the complex ion present in the solution, right? This is the complex ion present in the solution. So when silver wire is dipped in, AgNH3 taken twice plus ion, or silver wire is dipped in a solution of AgNH3 taken twice plus ion, or when silver is in contact with its complex ion, metal is in contact with metal complex ion, then it becomes half cell. Electrode. Such type of electrodes are called metal complex ion. Electrode or half cell. Metal complex ion. Half cell. See here, oxidation state of silver is 0. Here oxidation state of silver in this complex is +1 because ammonia carries 0. So therefore, here silver is present in two different oxidation states. So therefore, acts as half cell. So this type of half cell is called metal complex ion half cell. Is it clear? See, like that you can prepare any metal complex ion like this. Ag in contact with AgCN taken twice minus ion. Cn carry -1. So 2 minus plus 1. As a result, -1. Similarly, copper in contact with CuNH3 taken 4 times 2 plus. CuNH3 taken 4 times 2 plus. See, ammonia 0, copper carry +2. Copper is in contact with this complex ion. So all these are examples of metal complex ion half cell. Now, see, let us see the formation of AgNH3 taken twice plus. Actually, this formation you will study in coordination chemistry also. Very simple. See, Ag plus ion. First, it coordinates with one ammonia molecule to form AgNH3 plus. But this is not stable. Every time reaction is in equilibrium state, remember. So first one ammonia molecule donates its electron pair to the empty orbital of Ag plus, which results the formation of this ion. Now say this, for this equilibrium say K1. Next, AgNH3 plus, again one more ammonia molecule, again equilibrium. AgNH3 taken twice plus. So stepwise ligands, so these molecules are coordinated to metal ion. AgNH3 taken twice plus ion. Let us suppose that K2. Now what is the overall reaction? What is the overall reaction? Ag plus ion in the solution coordinated to two ammonia molecules. That means in the formation of complex ion, two ammonia molecules donate their electron pairs to the empty orbitals of Ag plus and gives AgNH3 taken twice plus. This is overall reaction, remember. So if you combine these, you will get this. So if you combine these two, then the stepwise equilibrium constants K1 and K2. So the product of K1 and K2, now it is called Kf, or simply it is a reaction. It is in equilibrium state. The process is in equilibrium state. So here equilibrium constant is called Kf. See, for ionization of pure water, we represented equilibrium constant as Kw, ionic product of water. In case of weak acid, we represented equilibrium constant as Ka. For weak base, Kb. For salts, Kh, hydrolysis constant. For sparingly soluble salts, Ksp. Likewise, for formation of complex, the equilibrium constant now is known as Kf, which is called stability constant. Stability constant, formation constant. So which represents the formation of the complex. Kf value is more, its stability is more. Kf value is more, its stability is more. Kf is less, stability is less. So from Kf values we can decide the stability of the complex. Similarly, one more important point I am telling you here. Reciprocal of Kf, it is called instability constant. So these points are required to understand metal complex ion electrode. So that is why I discussed here. So what is Kf? Kf is equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant for complex formation or complex ion formation. Reciprocal of that is called instability constant. Kf is more, stability is more. 1 by Kf value is more, instability is more, stability is less. Clear? Now, for example, here metal is placed, silver. Now here aqueous solution is there. This aqueous solution consists of ammonia. Not only that, AgNH3 taken twice. Plus. So aqueous solution of AgNH3 taken twice plus silver white. Now it acts as metal complex ion half cell. metal complex ion half cell. So here also it is a reversible electrode, can act as anode, can act as cathode. This electrode can be represented as like this. E naught AgNH3 taken twice plus Ag solid. Now, what is the reaction at anode, means cathode? Reduction of reaction, you can say. AgNH3 taken twice plus gives rise to Ag solid. Because silver oxidation state is +1, here 0. So therefore, to balance this, add 2 ammonia molecules here and plus 1 electron. So this is reaction at the electrode. This is reduction of reaction. If you reverse it, oxidation of reaction. Now, for this, Kf is equal to Ag solid NH3 square. Ag solid active mass is 1 only. So, AgNH3 taken twice plus ion concentration. This is Kf value. Right? Sorry, this is here you can write Kf value. This is Kf AgNH3 taken twice plus ion by Ag plus ion concentration NH3 square. Okay. So this is Kf. Reciprocal of this is instability constant. This is stability constant or formation constant. Stability constant or formation constant. It is nothing but equilibrium. Equilibrium constant. Now for complexes it is called stability constant or formation constant. Now what is this? Here, according to Nernst equation, E naught AgNH3 taken twice to Ag is equal to E of E naught AgNH3 taken twice plus 2Ag minus 0.0591 by 1 log NH3 square by AgNH3 taken twice plus concentration. This is according to Nernst equation. Okay. So once again, no need to confuse. Metal complex ion half cell. This is the way of representation of metal complex ion half cell. This is reaction at electrode. So this is according to Nernst equation. E half cell equal to E naught half cell minus 0.0591. N number of electrons involved here log product of concentration of products by product of concentration of reactant. Here I didn't take Ag solid because its active mass is 1. Okay. Now for example, in electrochemical cell, this is connected to Ag to Ag plus. This is one half cell. This is another half cell. Both the half cells are connected together. Both the half cells are connected together. If both the half cells are connected together, it becomes electrochemical cell. Now let us suppose that reaction here is Ag plus electron gives rise to Ag. Now apply Nernst equation for this electrode. EAg plus 2Ag is equal to E naught Ag plus 2Ag minus 0.0591 by 1 log 1 by Ag plus ion concentration. Is it not? This equation is Nernst equation for this electrode. This is Nernst equation for this second electrode. So let us suppose that these two electrodes are connected together and becomes electrochemical cell. Let us suppose that the reaction in the cell attains equilibrium state. Then E cell is 0, right? So then electrode potentials of these two electrodes are same. Right? So at equilibrium state, electrode potentials of both the electrodes are same. AgNH3 taken twice plus is equal to Ag plus 2Ag. Then you can write it as E naught AgNH3 taken twice plus 2Ag minus 0.0591 by 1 log NH3 concentration square by AgNH3 taken twice plus and is equal to E naught of Ag plus 2Ag minus 0.0591 by 1 log 1 by Ag plus concentration. Okay. So what we did here, I have shown one example, metal complex ion half cell, right? That is connected to metal ion half cell. Let us suppose that it became electrochemical cell because we connected, becomes electrochemical cell. And in electrochemical cell, let us suppose that reaction attained equilibrium state. So at equilibrium state, we know E cell is 0. E cell is 0 means E cathode minus E anode is equal to 0. E cathode minus E anode is equal to 0 means E cathode is equal to E anode. So left hand sides are equal. So I made it as right hand side as equal. Now E naught of Ag NH3 taken twice plus 2Ag is equal to E naught of Ag plus 2Ag plus 0.0591 by 1 log NH3 square by Ag NH3 twice plus minus 0.0591 by 1 log 1 by Ag plus concentration. So therefore we can write it as E naught of Ag NH3 taken twice plus 2Ag is equal to E naught Ag plus 2Ag plus 0.0591 by 1. Now logarithm NH3 concentration square into Ag plus by Ag NH3 taken twice plus. right? Now, see, once again recall this. Ag plus plus 2 NH3 gives rise to Ag NH3 taken twice plus ion. So here the equilibrium constant is called Kf, formation constant or stability constant. It is Ag NH3 taken twice plus by Ag plus concentration NH3 square. Now here it is in the reverse manner. So therefore E naught Ag NH3 taken twice plus 2 Ag is equal to E naught Ag plus 2 Ag plus 0.0591 by 1 log 1 by Kf. So already you know reciprocal of Kf, reciprocal of stability constant, reciprocal of formation constant is called instability constant, right? So therefore you can also write like this: E naught Ag NH3 taken twice plus 2 Ag is equal to E naught of Ag plus 2 Ag plus 0.0591 by 1 number of electrons involved is log K instability. Instability constant. Remember, K instability is equal to 1 by Kf, stability constant. Right? So like that, suppose if you want to calculate a stability constant of a complex ion, then if E naught of metal complex ion, metal ion are known, we can able to calculate stability constant of or formation constant of a complex ion or instability constant for a complex ion. This is one of the important application of Nernst equation. So far we studied three important applications of Nernst equation. One is if electrode potentials of two electrodes are equal, okay, then equilibrium constant value we derived, right? And then metal insoluble salt anion half cell, and for this metal complex ion half cell. From this we can calculate Kf of a complex or instability constant of a complex. Similarly, in case of metal insoluble salt anion half cell, we can able to calculate Ksp of the salt. So generally it is not there in our textbook. So not that much important for main examination, but it is useful for advanced level.